Hello and welcome to the Yoga Studies Institute. My name is Eva Kulich, teaching from Vancouver, Canada, and today we're going to be doing a 30-minute asana series. And let's start some movement together. So let's begin by just rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. So on the inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Let the elbows sink and get heavy as you're on your bottom of your exhale. And then inhale, bring them up again. Big circles here. We can begin our Ujjayi breath, this deep ocean sounding breath. Using the constriction through the back of our throat to make this breath audible. This helps ease out our prana and helps our mind focus on what we're doing. And let's bring our hands to our shoulders and use our elbows. Make big circles with our elbows, yawning the armpits on the way back. Inhaling, bringing them up. And do the other direction. A few more. And releasing the arms. Let's come into some Sufi Grind. So rooting through our sit bones. We're going to have our hands on our knees and inhale, make big circles with our chest. Exhale, coming back into a tuck. And inhale, opening through our heart and our throat. Smiling here. Let's try to smile throughout our whole practice. Just a gentle Mona Lisa smile. This helps our prana and our become, more light and joyful, which helps us protect our bodies, keep light, joyful thoughts in our minds. Now let's change the crossing of our legs and go in the other direction. Beautiful. Coming to stillness. Let's go into some gentle twists. So locking the elbows at the knees, raise the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And we're going to pivot and twist our bellies and look at our gaze over behind our left shoulder. And let's lock the right elbow, and really use the right hand against the right knee to lever ourselves deeper into this twist. Breathing here. Gently smiling. And inhale, coming back to center. And on our exhale, let's change the crossing of our feet, locking the elbows, and we're going to push against the left hand, really lock the left elbow, and turn our gaze over the right shoulder, twisting. You can lock both elbows if you can, but if you need to bend the right elbow a little bit, that's okay too. And just smile here. Breathing deeply into our body. Open your body. And inhale, coming back to center. Beautiful. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees. And just begin some cat-cow here. So rooting through the hands, shoulders up directly above the wrists. Knees are hip-width apart and curl the toes. And on our inhale, just let the sit bones rise up towards the ceiling. Belly gets heavy. Heart opens in front of you. Throat opens. Inhale fully. And on your exhale, begin at the tailbone. Tuck the tail in between the legs. Push the belly up towards the spine, and then push your mat away from you and tuck the chin in towards the chest. And again, inhale, curling the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Belly heavy, heart open, throat open. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the tail in between the legs. Belly sucks up towards the spine. Push mat away from you and tuck the chin, opening the back body. Inhale, tailbone up, belly sink, heart open, throat open, opening the front body. And again, tailbone tucks, belly sucks up towards the spine. Push the mat away from you and tuck the chin. Inhale, coming to neutral. Let's float left leg up, right leg back. Warming up our core here, holding here, smile. And then floating our arm and leg out to the side. Maybe if you want to play around a bit. Back, forward. You don't want to float it up too much. You just want to reach out. And then on your exhale, maybe you can bring elbow to knee or kiss the knee. Inhale, back out. And exhaling, release. And we'll do other arm, other leg. So right arm forward, left leg back. Holding here and smiling, deep breaths. Let's reach the arm and leg out to the side. Holding here. Back into the front. Exhale, kiss the knee or maybe bring elbow to knee. Push the mat away from you while you do this. Inhale forward. Let's hold here for a breath. And release. Beautiful. Let's walk the hands forward and just come slowly up into your downward facing dog. You can have the knees bent, pedal the heels one at a time. And just take your time here to open your body using your breath. Let the sit bones reach to where the upper corners of the room are, where the ceiling meets the wall. Let the chin tuck a little bit. And don't let the heart collapse down to the mat like this. You want to keep a buoyancy in your upper back by pushing the mat away from you with your arms, having an internal rotation of the arms. So you try to want to get the insides of your elbows to face the front of the mat. Beautiful. Let's make our way forward into plank pose. So hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Push the mat away from you to dome the upper back. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. So the back of the skull is in the same plane as the sacrum, the low back. Straighten the legs. Legs strong, tail tucked in between the legs. Holding here. Deep breath, smile. What seeds do we want to plant right now? What do we want to perpetuate in our world? We take full responsibility for that. Offer your bliss. Be compassionate with your congestion, your limitation. Exhale, coming back downward facing dog. Inhale, let's go back into plank pose. Holding here. Same alignment cues, firing up our core. Deep breaths. And when you're ready, exhaling back, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Let's inhale to plank one more time. Don't worry, we won't stay here for too long. We're going to keep the shoulders stacked above the wrists and stay really still here in the shoulders and arms, but we're going to lift our hips forward and tiptoe our feet towards our hands. This is a good handstand preparation. Keep the shoulders still, arms still. Walk the hands towards the feet. And exhale. You can bend the knees and get heavy in an Uttanasana. Grab opposite elbow. Shake the head out a little bit. Beautiful. Let's inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold a little deeper. Get heavy onto the balls of your feet and just hinge at the hips. Get deep into the hip creases in your Uttanasana here. Beautiful. Let's heel toe the feet together, inner ankle points glued together. Bend deeply through the knees, inner knee points together. Sweep the hands along the mat and inhale, reaching up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Keeping those knees bent. Holding here. For 3, tuck the tail just a little bit. Inner knee points glued together. And exhale, come to standing. Beautiful job, everybody. Let's hold here. Really activating our breath now. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Inhale up and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And bring the left leg back, top of the knee down, top of the foot down. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and open up Anjali Asana, low lunge. Inhale, and then on your exhale, come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Outer edge of the left foot, parallel to the back edge of the mat. Straighten the front right leg, and lift that left arm up towards the ceiling. Trikonasana here. Legs are straight and strong. Tail is tucked in between the legs a little bit. Imagine you're in between 2 panes of glass here. Look up. Smile. Looking down, tap the right foot with the left hand, bend the right knee, and windmill your arms up, warrior 2. So left outer edge of the left foot glued to the mat. That right foot is pointing straight forward. Right knee stacked on the right ankle. Beautiful. Holding here. Left hand on the thigh. Inhale, right arm up. Exalted warrior. Opening the right side body. And exhale into extended side angle. Stack the right elbow on top of the right knee and reach the left arm forward. Turn your gaze up, tuck the tail. Lots of weight through the outer edge of the left foot. Breathing deeply. Back to warrior 2. Let's pivot. Let's hop the left foot a little closer and come to warrior 1. So the left foot is 45 degrees and the right heel is floating up, and we're just facing towards the front of our mat. And exhale, fold forward here into Parsvottanasana, which is pyramid pose. So squeeze the inner upper thighs together, bringing the left hip forward, right hip back. Getting deeper into our hip crease. And when you're ready, just hop the left foot a little bit back, get onto the balls of the feet, and we're going to sweep our arms up into high lunge. Beautiful. Holding here, firing up a bit. Let's tap the left knee down and inhale up. Tap the left knee down, inhale up. Straighten the front leg a little bit as you come up. Coming down, exhale, and up. And exhale, staying down. Squaring the hips, really firing up the back leg here. When you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. And on your exhale, just turn your gaze and your heart over to the right. Use your core. And when you're ready, you can bind. I'll change my position so you can see me. You can bind the left elbow on the outside of the right knee and come into hands at heart. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, straighten the left arm down to touch down and reach the right arm overhead. So you're in twisted extended side angle. If you want, and your bind is there, you can come into your bind, but you never force your way into a bind. It should be there already. Holding here wherever you are, rejoice. Offer your bliss. Offer your joyful effort. And when you're ready, unwind, unbind. Hands frame the front of your mat. Inhale, shift forward, and exhale, coming back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job, everybody. Inhale, plank. And let's exhale, coming down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, open up into cobra, upward facing dog. And exhaling back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's inhale, left leg up. And exhale, step the left leg through in between the hands. Right knee down, right top of the foot down, and open up into your low lunge. So the right hip comes forward, left hip back to square the hips and then bring the arms up. Anjalayasana. And on your exhale, Trikonasana. Right foot parallel to the back edge of the mat, straighten the front leg, bring the right arm up towards the ceiling. Tail is tucked, so imagine you're in between two panes of glass. Requires strong legs here. Fire up your legs and smile. Tap the left foot with the right hand, bend the left knee, and warrior two. Right hand on the right thigh, reach the left arm back behind you, opening the left side body. Cradle the back of your skull. And when you're ready, exhaling, coming into extended side angle. Left elbow on left knee, reach the right arm forward. Lots of weight on the outer edge of that right foot. Twisting the heart towards the ceiling. And on your next inhale, warrior two. I like to flare my hands out like this and really straighten the arms, and you feel this stretch along the undersides of your arms into your heart. Opening your heart. Straighten the front left leg, hop the right foot forward, pivot so that your hips are facing the front of the mat, and you'll notice your right foot is at 45 degrees now. Let's get deep into our hip creases and fold forward, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Try to really root through the base of the front left toe, squeezing the inner upper thighs by bringing the right hip forward, left hip back, and getting deep here. Breathing into any congestion here with your compassion. Know your limit, know your edge. That's how we keep our practice joyful. And that's so important because that when we keep it joyful and happy, we plant powerful seeds to experience that in our world. Working for others, working for ourselves, for ultimate happiness. That's wisdom, prajna. Beautiful. And when we're ready, we're going to pop the right foot back a bit, get into the balls of the feet, and then sweep the arms up into high lunge. Beautiful job, everybody. Let's use our breath here. Right knee down, exhale, and then inhale up. Exhaling down, inhaling up. And back to your high lunge. And now we're going to just use our waist, our core, to turn our hearts and our gaze over to the left. Don't use your arms yet. Just use your core. Breathing deeply here. And when you're ready, you can use your elbows. Use the right elbow on the outside of the left knee and come into prayer hands. If you want to challenge yourself, straighten the bottom arm. Reach that knee deeper and deeper towards the armpit. And then reach the left arm forward. Really push back with that back leg. Get really straight and strong with the back leg. Holding here, breathing, smile. Exhaling, framing the hands on the front end of your mat. Shift your weight forward and exhaling back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Let's do a push-up together. You can have the knees down if you want. And then coming down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Up to downward facing dog or cobra. Shoulders away from the ears. And let's exhale back to down dog and make your way into child's pose. Relax your forehead here. Smile your face. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. And slowly, let's make our way onto our knees. And let's play around a little bit with Ustrasana, camel pose. Let's open our hearts here. And before we open our heart, let's dedicate it. By this heart opening, may we experience this ultimate love and this ultimate prajna, wisdom, where we understand that the way we perpetuate bliss in our lives is to be compassionate and loving with ourselves and others. So tuck the tailbone in between the legs, really push down through the knees. Hands can be at the low back. I like to have the fingers pointing up. We're going to roll the shoulders up, back, and down, but have this gentle lift up through the armpits as we push the hips forward. Knit the sit bones together. And we're going to reach the heart up towards the ceiling. Keep pushing the hips forward, knitting the sit bones together. Keep the chin tucked until your chest is higher than your head, and then you can let the head back. Wherever you are, be happy, rejoice, and breathe. And on your exhale, coming down, back into child's pose. And slowly, as a counter pose, reach your feet out in front of you, coming into a quick Paschimottanasana. Toes pointing back towards you. Getting deep into the hip creases. You can always have a micro bend in the knees. And reaching forward. Deep breaths. Inhaling up. And let's slowly, one vertebra at a time, come down. Really engage the core here. Really take your time coming down. Tuck the chin in. Maybe you want to float the feet a little bit. Maybe you want to keep them grounded. Really engage through the core here. And when you're ready, exhaling, coming down. We can just quickly give ourselves a hug. Maybe grab the outer edges of the feet into happy baby, letting the soles of the feet face the ceiling. Inhale and exhaling out of the mouth. Just taking our time to really drop into this relaxed state before we come into Shavasana. Relax your face. Keep that smile. And slowly making your way down into your final relaxation. Feet mat width apart. Have the shoulders come up, back, and down so that the palms of the hands face the ceiling. And just gently rock the head yes and no, side to side, to find that perfect center point on the back of the skull. Softly close your eyes. And for the next few moments, allow your body to melt and be soft, yielding, and open. Noticing the quality of your body, noticing the quality of your mind, and being responsible for it, using our prajna to offer any bliss we feel, any compassion for any congestion in our bodies. We can use prajna, this wisdom, to understand that it is an offering, an investment into how we experience ourselves and others in our future. And slowly we can wiggle our fingers and toes, bringing the feet together and the arms together overhead and taking a long stretch. And exhale. Knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, some love. And come onto the left side of your body and slowly making your way up to seated with your eyes closed and hands at heart center. And together we can close our practice with the sound of Om, an offering of our highest potential of body, speech, and mind for ourselves and all beings. Taking a deep inhale and exhale out of the mouth. And inhale to Om. May our thoughts and actions contribute to the happiness and freedom of all beings. And take the time to be happy for your practice and dedicate it for someone who might need it, to all beings to feel this bliss with wisdom. Thank you for joining me today, and have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.